All right, everybody, we're going to try to get this done before AccuWeather proves to be right. They've been wrong so far all day today, but they're saying now that we're going to have rain and a thunderstorm in 45 minutes, so I guess we need to try to get this done right quick, right?
Before I get wet.
Yeah, you might melt, mightn't you? Yeah. This is Jim. Some of you might remember Jim. He's been a friend of ours for quite some time. We first met him when we first got started with the YouTube channel, and he just showed up with a little cargo trailer conversion, and we did a walkthrough on it, and then a few months later you made some changes on it, and we did another walkthrough.
A little upgrade.
On that one, yeah, a little upgrade here and there. And I'm just telling the story right quick, and I'm going to let you chime in here in a little bit.
Okay.
Because I have an idea what I want to talk about here. But anyway, he ended up selling that trailer to some other friends, mutual friends of both of us, and they're just loving it, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh yes, they are loving it. So then he ended up buying a traditional trailer, RV, so that his lovely wife Kim would go camping with him, right?
Yes.
And what did Kim say after all that? No more
cargo trailers.
And but what am I looking at here, Jim? And I want to know how you pulled that off.
A toy hauler. It's not a cargo trailer.
Oh. Well, and in order to get the, if I remember correctly, in order to get the traditional trailer, camper trailer, you also sold your motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah, one of them. And what's this?
I think it's a motorcycle.
Oh, shoot. So you want to briefly tell us how you managed to work this out so that you wouldn't get in deep trouble with the missus?
Well, briefly, after health issues, I sold the other motorcycle. We were going to camp a little more because she was enjoying it, and my health got better, and I really enjoy riding. So yeah. I talked to her about it, and she agreed I could get the motorcycle. But the guy that was selling me the motorcycle had this little trailer too, and it became a package deal.
So you just couldn't pass it up?
No.
And if I remember correctly, what you told the missus was he wouldn't sell me the motorcycle, which you already said I could do, but he wouldn't sell me the motorcycle unless if I took the trailer as a package deal.
It became a package deal.
Yeah. I hope Kim knows this story now all the way through.
She does.
Or I hope she isn't going to be surprised if she happens to watch this video.
I told her.
Okay.
We talked about it.
Those of you that know Jim, that run in the same circles as we do, you'll completely understand. Completely understand. But anyway, tell us about this trailer, because this thing is cute as a bug, I've got to say.
It's a little 5x8,
yeah.
So it's not big, but it's got the V-nose, it added a little extra space to it. It's really a nice little trailer. It was well taken care of. It was in New Mexico in a dry climate, stored in a barn because he wasn't using it. And he wasn't using the motorcycle any longer, and that's why he decided to sell. And when I saw it, I really liked the bike. And when he told me about the trailer, I wasn't interested at first until he said it was a cargo trailer. And I said, well, now I'm interested. So he sent me a picture of it and told me what he wanted for it. And I said, well, it sounds like a package deal. So it became a package deal.
But I got to say, before we move on about the trailer here, that is a beautiful bike. It's just gorgeous. I love that color. That blue is just beautiful. And you're kind of into BMW bikes, I know that.
I've had them for quite a while, and I really enjoy them.
All right, well, let's move on to the trailer now. Now, first let's talk about this awning here on this side.
This awning is an ARB awning.
ARB?
ARB. Yeah. They call it a bag awning because it's stored in a bag. It's 8 feet wide and sticks out 8 feet. It's fairly simple to put up. It's easier with 2 people, but I can put it up by myself and put it away by myself. And because it stores up on the trailer like that, it's so easy. I don't have to mess with it. Just put it up there and done, take off.
Sure. Now I'm going to extend this for a little bit here so I can give the folks a shot. I'm going to walk around up over here. But you also have these headache racks here on top, or ladder racks.
Ladder racks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you put those on, Jim?
I bought the ladder racks and installed those so I could put the awning on. And after I put this awning on, and the trailer being black, I really wanted to be able to have it shaded. So I put an awning on the other side, and it's an awning that I had purchased that I intended to put on my other trailer but never did. It is not an ARB, it's an off-brand. It basically works the same. Quality is not as good as the ARB, and the price wasn't as much.
Now, once you step on over here so that they can see what we're talking about, because you do have an extra awning mounted on this side as well. And that's what Jim's talking about over here.
That way I can have it out. If I'm in the full sun, which I try not to be, then I can have shade on either side and not be quite as hot. Although the trailer is insulated, but the black does get hot.
I'm sure of that. And I got to say, those wheels are just gorgeous on that thing. And the wheels were part of the deal.
Wheels were part of the deal. That was when I saw that, I said, you know, I really like this little trailer.
Yeah, yeah. And those tires are practically brand spanking new on it as well. Yeah, folks. So, yeah, little 5x8, just the cutest thing in the world. And you managed to camp in this thing, and you also, when you're traveling down the road, you're able to get your bike up in there and haul it down the road as well.
The motorcycle fits in. I've got a little kitchenette sink in the front. My bed folds up on the side. My table folds up on the side. I've got 2 shelves that fold up on the sides, so I can fit the bike in, and I can just barely fit around it with the saddlebags on. I don't have to take them off.
Oh, wow. Well, why don't you step up on the back ramp here, and I'm gonna do the shooting from outside. First thing I want to mention to the folks is this diamond plate. Now, this is like a rubber type. It's a rubber type vinyl, rubbery vinyl product, right?
Right.
And you installed this yourself here,
yes,
and also on the floor in the trailer. And what he's done so far, folks, and you know, I'm an old floor covering installer. He hasn't glued this down or anything, and he hasn't even really trimmed it in real good. He just kind of rough cut it around the edges. I don't know if you can see where it's lapped up there on the edges or not, but that material is laying flat as a pancake.
As soon as it got warm out, I left this out in the sun, and then I pulled it in, cut it to basically the size. Now I've still got to cut a little bit and trim, but right now I'm just tweaking it, going camping, find out what I need.
Okay. Yeah, and you've come a long way. So why don't you go ahead and show us some of the features, and there's this one little secret feature that I think is really cool when he showed it to me, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Well, to be able to get the motorcycle in, everything had to slide to the side. Otherwise it wouldn't fit, and I couldn't have anything thick. So the mattresses do go in my truck when I'm traveling with the motorcycle. Otherwise it would have stuck out too far. I wouldn't be able to get by it with saddlebags on, and I wanted to travel with the saddlebags on, not put them in the truck. So everything just folds right up and locks against the sides. The table's just got 2 little legs under here that hold it up, and those store up here when I fold the table up against the wall. My refrigerator does travel in the truck so that I've got room, and I had to put this little wood under here. The bottom of the refrigerator is pretty hard. It pulls on that floor, and it was starting to scuff it up, so my next project will be to make a little slide so I can have it in here and just slide it in and out when I want to get something out of it, because it's kind of tight under the table. But again, there's not much room, so I had to figure out where to put everything.
Right.
So I got all my solar set up here. Got a 100 amp hour lithium battery.
Yeah, it's a Chins.
It's a Chins, correct. And I got a 1,000 watt inverter, but I hardly use anything in here unless I've got shore power. Everything else runs on propane. So got the sink installed, got my soap dispenser, don't have the faucet yet, and I've still got to put the drain in. But a little at a time, I'm learning. I want to camp with it first and see what's working, what isn't, what I need to do different before I set it up permanent.
Right. Right. Well, you've come a long way since I saw the pictures of it when you first got it, that's for sure.
I put this little marine window in here. I didn't have a window in the other one, and I wanted a window in this one, but I went with the marine because it was very small, fits in between the studs. But the thing I really like about it is when I open it, I can open it and it won't fall back down. It stays in position, and when I turn on the fan and have it sucking the air out, I can have this aimed down and it blows right on me.
Wow.
So right now I don't have air, so I needed something to make sure that I was comfortable at night until I get my AC set up.
Now, does that when you open it like that and it stays wherever you open it, is that from friction?
Yes, it's just a friction piece. Yeah, it's very, very simple. It just stays wherever you put it. So when I put it like that and I turn my fan to suck the air out, the air comes through this, I shut everything else, it just blows right across me.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I don't know if the viewers can see this or not, so I'll go ahead and mention that there is a screen on that window.
Yes.
I can see it from here.
I had to put the screen in. They don't come with one.
Oh, okay.
So I made the screen for it
All right.
and put that in. The other thing is, you probably noticed that I'm bent over in here.
Yeah.
So everything I set up in here is to do in a seating position. When I'm not cooking outside, I left the shelf over and the window here also, so that I can turn the fan on, and as I'm cooking, it pulls everything out.
Okay.
The only thing I have to do standing up is my dishes.
And we talked about that, and you could get a little 24-inch folding stool and make that work too.
I could actually sit here and do it too.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got the bed up close enough. There's it's only 8 feet in this trailer, so
Right. Right.
it works.
Right.
I wasn't
Right.
going to put a cabinet in. I was going to put my refrigerator up front, and the more I thought about it, I just wanted that little bit of extra space to be able to store things.
Gotcha.
So this would sit under here. It's out of the way, so I said I'd rather do that.
Well, and now this carpet that's on the wall, this is just regular, well, as they used to say, that's that indoor-outdoor stuff, right?
This is a very thin, there's not even a backing on it.
Yeah.
It's very thin, extremely lightweight, and I didn't want to wallpaper and paint this time and go through all that. So these are 6 by 8, or 6, yes, I think it's 6 by 8 or 6 by 9. So I got 2. They fit on either wall, and walls are covered and everything's done.
Did you get it at like Lowe's or Home Depot?
I bought it at Lowe's.
Okay.
They were $20-something a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's a little tip, folks. Velcro, I can't remember if it's the hook or the loop, but
It's the hook.
It's the hook. Actually sticks to that. So what you can do, if you had something you just wanted to hang there, you could go ahead and use the hook side
Right.
of Velcro strips, and it'll hang. Yeah.
I've got Velcro hooks here for my screen. I put this on just before coming here so I could have the door open, get a little more ventilation in the evening. And I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to have an actual door there, but I'm working on getting some RV screen door hinges so that it will open out. My last screen door, you remember, always opened in, but I folded it in half. Hinged it so it could fold in half and be out of the way.
I remember that
But
now that you mention it, yeah.
This trailer isn't big enough. I need it to go outside. And then on the back, I'll do something similar also.
How long is your mattress altogether here?
74 or 75 inches.
Okay.
And it's a 4-inch mattress. And I bought this with my first trailer. And I was very concerned about 4 inches. I didn't know if that'd be enough to give me the comfort. I'm not a little bitty skinny guy. So it works really well. And I ended up buying a second one so that for our other little trailer, we put the 2 beds together and we've got a queen, but I can still take one out and take it with me when I want to go somewhere.
Sure. Well, it's really neat. Now, you going to show us what you carry underneath the bed?
Yeah, well, again, it's small, so you have to have room for everything.
Of course.
And because the mattress is in 3 pieces, it's very easy just to fold it up out of the way. And then I got my little toilet. I use a pine bedding like Bill and Deb use.
Yeah.
It works really well. So for emergencies, I've got this, or when I'm out boondocking somewhere, this works.
And that's another little tip that we'll share with our followers. If you have composting type toilets, what we found, a bunch of us have found this to be true. The best media to use is those pine pellets. They call them horse bedding at Tractor Supply. It's like $6 a bag, something like that, for a 40-pound bag, $6 to $7 depending on where you are. But that stuff works fabulous for that.
Works extremely well.
Yes.
Once you use it, there's no odor at all.
Right. Right.
So that's basically it. I just put a little shelf in the front and got everything set up so that I can go out boondocking somewhere. I've still got to put the solar panels on top, which that'll happen late next week. I do have it set up right now. I can use my solar suitcase if I wanted to attach that, but I'm going to put the panels on top with a separate entry into the trailer to the battery.
Okay.
So I can use them both at the same time if I want to.
And we'll show them that right quick. It's starting to get pretty dark. I think we're going to start raining, but let's show them the inlet you have for the suitcase solar right now. And then we'll just kind of wrap it up.
Okay, I had an SAE connector under here, and I wanted a little more protection, so I found this little cover at Lowe's to go with it.
Right.
So it's just a 2-prong.
Yeah.
And I've got 30-foot leads on the solar suitcase, so I can get it out in the sun and still have the trailer in the shade if I want. And then I've just got the 15 amp service in the trailer.
Okay. And right now you're trying to decide if you want to go with a portable type air conditioner or go with a regular window unit right now.
I'm leaning toward the window because they're simple, they're easy. The portables, I've heard so many yays and nays. If I had one to try and it worked, I'd probably go that way. But because I know the window units work and they work well, they're cheap and get them anywhere.
Sure.
I'll probably
And
do
if they
that.
fall down, you just go buy another one.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the only thing left now is the AC and setting up my water.
Yeah. Well, you're just almost there. And of course, we're going to get to see you at Greenville, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, but you won't be with this.
No, Kim won't go in this.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah, I know she won't go with that. But you know what? The way Deb and I feel about that, we would much rather you come in the other trailer so you can bring Kim, because we like her a whole lot more than we do you.
I got that feeling.
I'm joking. I'm joking, everybody. No, but usually when we're in Northwest Arkansas, because Jim doesn't live too awful far from us, you live over in Northeast Oklahoma, not too awful far. He tries to come over and see us if he can, and he also utilizes the opportunity to go riding his bike.
Yeah, that's what I did this morning.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you made it back before you started getting wet.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed the tour. Jim has got this cargo conversion thing down pretty darn good now, I think, especially figuring out ways to utilize as little space as possible to carry as much as possible to make it work for what you need it to work for. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to let you go for now. This is Bill and Jim.
Yes.
With I Ride Tiny House Adventures. And just like we always say, we're not camping.
We are living.
Absolutely. Y'all take care. See you again soon. Bye-bye now. All right. That's going to be good.